Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Joel and welcome to another vlog. Today I am here at this very beautiful, location. While I'm lost here, I just wanted to quickly show you how the GT really looks with the 18 at the back and the 17 in the front. And I wanted to make a dedicated video about the 17-inch, which hasn't happened yet. So, coming to the back tire, there's already a very dedicated video about the tire and who needs to go for it. That's it for the 18-inch. It is a stock setup and nothing else is special about it. Now coming to the 17-inch, you know this is something special. Well, if you're ever looking for a 17-inch setup, this is going to help you. Let me just be very precise to the point, okay? Now, we have majorly 4 things on this setup: the tire, the rim, the spoke and the tube. Now the tire is a Apollo Alpha H1, one of the best in 17-inch you can be getting. The rim is a Himalayan 411's rare rim, okay, and that again you can source it from the Royal Enfield Genuine Parts store. Third is the spoke, which you shouldn't be sourcing at all, because the wheel mechanic will suggest you the best spoke, or let's say the thickest spoke possible for this setup. The fourth thing is the tube inside, which again is best to pick from the wheel mechanic. Now, what are the good changes that I've seen or felt after the 17-inch conversion? One is I've got some good weight on the front because the Himalayan rim itself is a little heavy. Okay, so that gives me a good weight, but it also makes it easier for me to pull it out of situations because the wheel is smaller and I'm able to have a little more confidence on handling the front end. Second thing, it is obviously very stable because of the whole good weight and the rounded off tires. That is the second thing. Third thing, like I just mentioned, my life has become a little more easier with this 17-inch setup because it's a little lower to the ground. Now, if you're asking me if there is any disadvantage for this setup, I would say there's absolutely no disadvantage. But at the same time, you need to be doing one thing to make sure this setup is the best. Now, for the setup, the rim is a little heavier than the stock aluminum rim, which means for a good suspension, you need to be changing the fork oil from 10W to 20W. 10W is, let's say, the good amount of thickness for the aluminum rim because that's a lighter rim. But here, since the rim is a little heavy, you should be going for a 20W fork oils, which means the oil is a little more thicker and it is able to properly balance or do its job with this wheel setup. In simple, I believe I've covered most of the things for you if you're ever looking for a 17-inch setup. Just an add-on, I recently got a hand grip. I went from the stock to a aftermarket red tan, so it gives you that whole little bit of retro taste on it. It seems better than the stock, at least to me, because this has got a little more thicker. The whole thing is a little more thicker. If you can see it from this side, it's a little more thicker than the stock grips. Well, if you want to, I picked it from Autonity JC Road, Bangalore. But if you want to pick it and you're not in Bangalore, I would suggest go find it on Flipkart because they have different colors of the exact same design if you ever wanting to get one. If you're ever looking for a rare 17-inch setup, go for the Meteor 350's alloy wheel and Apollo Alpha H1 at the back, where you get the tire on a 150 section, which is one of the most beautiful setup, and it will make your life easier because that will become tubeless. People, thank you so much for watching. I hope this video has been of some help to you. Please share it with your friends who are planning to get a GT, or they have a GT and they want to get the 17s done.